even now when we go on tour, we we have bags of ice we put on our backs and our shoulders, and we all got hurt.
That's real soldiers, though, man. I mean, you guys are still out there and doing it.
Yep.
What exactly makes you have that drive still? Did you ever consider not going back?
No, well, it's the love of music. I mean, it's not about money or glory. I already had my glory, and I still have it. And I think all of us are pretty financially set. I mean, John, the guitar player, he's been in the band over 20 years. He's an attorney also. So he has his law practice, and that keeps him busy. But he says, I hate being a lawyer. I'd rather be on stage, playing my guitar. And Chris, he has a company. And so, but, we've always said, when we get tired of playing, it's just too much, then we'll call it a day. Or like the old saying is, you throw a party and nobody shows up.
Right.
But, it's not like the glory days. We had a tour bus, you're playing every night. And nowadays we do a couple shows a week. But, it's like my saying is, it's 22 hours of hell for 2 hours of glory.
Mm.
Sitting in Dallas, I'm in New Mexico, pretty hard to get out of here and go anywhere. And you got to fly to Dallas, and you got a couple hour layover, and you got a 4 hour, flight to Massachusetts. And it's a lot of work, we get burned out. I'm not 25 anymore.
Yeah, definitely. But it's the love of that music that keeps you going. So, I mean, obviously that's going to be reflected on this new record.
Absolutely.
How much of this was written sort of in the past, let's say recently, maybe past 6 months, and how much of this was written through sort of the hiatus, I wonder?
Mostly the hiatus.
Okay.
I mean, the truth is we finished this record a year ago.
Okay.
And the record company just said, we're going to hold it back. And I said, well, then why are you rushing me? We finished the record over a year ago. And obviously when COVID hit, you couldn't even tour because they had these limits. You could only play for a couple hundred people. It was a big epidemic. So everybody just went home, started writing, and dealing with their other, companies and projects and stuff. And I just devoted myself to going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to try to get the rest of my body, my chest and my legs and my arms, to compensate for my paralyzed arm. So that's taken me a couple years. But thank God, I'd written so many songs in the last 8 years before I had surgery. We had a lot of material, and John wrote a lot of songs too. So, and then I write the lyrics. So we wrote for 25 songs, narrowed it down to 14. And the record company decided to take 4 off the record, which I wish they wouldn't have, because they were really good songs. But since we're coming out on vinyl, they didn't want the CD to have 14 songs and only 10 on the record. It would compete with the CD, and people would buy the CD because you get more songs.
Right.
So they pulled 4 off, which I regret, because those are the 4 songs that I was playing guitar on. But, I've had to come to terms with it. You go through depression, anger, and I live on my estate. I got 25 acres to take care of, thousands of trees. I can't hold my chainsaw anymore. That's kind of frustrating.